Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to be looking at how to go do a sport activity on your Tank T5 sports watch. How do we do it? And then I'm going to go do an activity and I will show you how you can review saved activities and what it looks like on this watch. There's actually a couple of different ways you can get to this. I'm going to press the top right button that will turn on my watch. If you press it again, it will take you to your apps. And one of the apps that you have is called Sports. You simply click on Sports, it'll take you into some subcategories where you can find the given sport. One of the negatives about this watch is you always have these categories and then you have to go into the category and find your given sport. Well, if you're somebody like me, I don't do a ton of sports. I do walking, maybe jogging, maybe tennis. I wish you could just save those as a favorite versus always having to go through and find your given sport. Let's pick a sport. I'm going to pick something easy to start with. Let's see what would be a good example. Tennis. When I go into tennis, there's no GPS. All I gotta do is click the button and it'll start the activity. You cannot pick and choose whether you're using GPS or not on the sports modes. The watch has that predetermined. So if you want to play tennis and you want the GPS on, sorry, this isn't the watch for you. In my case, it is recording my information during this tennis activity. It's not recording any GPS information. I have a few different screens. Actually, in this one, I really don't have that many screens at all that I can look at. There's one single screen and that's all the data that you've got to look at. When you want to stop the activity, you could either swipe to the right, this takes you to your menu, or, let me continue it, you can press the top right button and that will do the same thing. It's basically pause. You can continue it, you can end the sport, you can continue later, or give up is basically a cancel, meaning don't record that sport, I've changed my mind or something like that. Let's go to a different sport that actually uses GPS. So I'm going to do walking. When you do walking, you'll see a little indicator here that lets you know that it's trying to connect to GPS. Really, any sport that uses GPS, you're going to see that. I can click on sports settings and I can go through and adjust some of the parameters for that given sport. But when I'm ready to start, I'll simply press start just like we did before. This one's different. You'll see there's some little dots over here because I actually have multiple screens I can look at for this activity, and one of those is my map because it's using GPS. Again, just like before, we can swipe to the right to end our sport or continue later, or to track back because this one has GPS. If I was doing this activity and I wanted to get navigation back to the start, I would be able to do that. In this case, I'm simply going to press give up because I don't want to save it. So that's it. It's really simple. It's really pretty similar to other smartwatches out there. Now I'm going to go do an activity and I'll show you how we can look and see what that activity looks like once you've saved it. All right, so you've got two different ways you can review your saved activities. One of the ways is to do it on your watch, and then the other way is going to be using the app. As with most smartwatches, you're going to get more information, more graphics, stuff like that on the app. But we'll take a look at it on the watch first, and then we'll go check out the app. I'm going to simply press the top right button. That turns the watch on for me. If I press it again, it takes me to my app listings. All of your saved activities are going to get put under sports history. When you go under there, you'll see a listing of your saved activities. You can see the date, the duration, and then an icon for the given activity that you did. Now, these are going to look different depending on the activity. So what you see here for walking might be totally different than what you see for tennis. And then again, if you've got GPS for that activity, you will see a map. If you don't have GPS, you won't see the map here. So let's just take a look at one of these as an example. I'm going to go into walking. You can see the date and the time of the activity, my total mileage, my duration, and then you basically just have these screens that you scroll up and you look at information. Total number of steps, my average pace, my heart rate information, my aerobic effect, heart rate zones that I hit during that activity, calories burned, and then you've got a map of the given activity, and then you can zoom in and check it out. Unfortunately, they don't have things like street information and stuff like that on their offline maps. You can see the roads, but there's no kind of naming or anything like that. You also can't change the display of this map on the watch. It's always going to look like this. But nonetheless, you do have your start and your endpoints, and you can click and drag a little bit. So that's it. When you're done, you simply press the top right button, takes you back, and then you can always swipe back or press the top right button to get back to your home screen. So that's what it looks like when you want to go review the activity on the watch. Let's go check it out in the app. All right, so now I'm on my cell phone. Now I'm an Apple user. It should be about the same if you're an Android user. The app for this watch is called WearJoy. We're simply going to go into it. It's going to drop you in on your health page, and you can see in the middle there's a section that says exercise records. It will always show you your most recently saved activity. If I click on that, I can go into all of my saved activities. Just like we did on the watch, I've got 2 activities, same as what we saw, but you'll notice that there's a little bit more information showing on the app. I can click on any one of the activities. The one thing that kind of drives me nuts is you'll notice it showed a quick start and end of that activity, but there's no way to replay it other than going back and clicking it again. But look how fast it goes. I don't know why they show it that fast. I can change my map view by clicking the little icon up at the top right. And then you can zoom in, zoom out, move the map anywhere you want to. Just like we saw before, you've got some information down at the bottom that you can scroll up and you can see my duration. Same thing as what we saw before, but again, a little bit more information than what was on the watch. Heart rate zones, my lap information, pace, heart rate, altitude. You'll notice we didn't see that on the watch, but this watch has a built-in altimeter and it recorded my altitude, cadence, stride, workout effect. So pretty similar, but more information in the app. That is a quick look at how to start, stop, and review an activity on your KKTICK Tank T5 watch. As always, I hope the video helped. Thanks for watching.